All right, guys, so we're back at the property, and today I actually have a couple of special guests.
Hello, my name is Aiden.
Hi, my name's Noah.
All right, so there was a really big lesson that I learned. The rain was coming in here, and it was actually leaking inside. And so that meant that we had to quickly finish the veranda there. Now, what you're seeing here is the water damage. He was saying all the water was coming in through these windows, and that was the water damage. Boom! What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joannis or Joe Hatagua. I'm a Sierra Leonean American, now living here in Freetown, Sierra Leone. And if you want to get a behind the scenes look at what it's like to build a house here in Sierra Leone, then this is the video for you. Okay, cool. So today we're going to talk about the severe rain damage and what that caused in terms of delays to make this house progress happen, or to move on with this house progress. There was a lot going on. We had some serious rain delay issues and rain damage that happened, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, cool. So first things first, I'm going to take you to the first site visit. Now, on the first site visit, I'm just gonna show you a couple of different things. First thing we're gonna do is I'm just gonna show you the outside of the property so you get a full idea and view of what the guest house looks like. Right now, we're working on the guest house. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a living room and a kitchenette, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's also obviously going to have a veranda, which we're gonna talk about today, because that's the new development. You guys are gonna get a chance to see all of that from the outside. So let's take a look at that first. So the full house is here, but there's a tree in the way. So you can see it from, it starts there and it goes all the way to right there. You can barely see it because that tree's in the way. That's the main entrance there. But there's so much shrubbery and trees and stuff in the way, but you can kind of see that upstairs on the rooftop, I have like a temporary roof up there so that I can sit up there and relax. So that's what the house is gonna look like when it's done. It's gonna have a light on the outside there. But yeah, that's the space. So I'm about to head over and get another angle for you guys. So let's take a quick look. So this is the house from the outside. Let's go around to the front. So this is the front of the house. This is the entrance. So this though needs to be painted to look nice, but this is the entrance to the house. And there's just gonna be doors put on there. There's no doors yet, but that's where the doors are gonna go. And then I'll have like a little step case to be able to go up here and hang out here on the rooftop when it's raining and be able to chill. That's a temporary roof. We're gonna actually put up like a brand new one to make this really, really nice. But while the main house is being worked on, we're setting it up so I'll be able to hang out up there and not have to deal with like the hot sun or the rain, and I can chill when I'm here. All right, then next we're gonna look at the electrical upgrade. So we had an electrician come in. He actually works full-time for the local electricity company here. The company's called EDSA. So he actually came and put up 2 poles, one outside of the property and one in the property. So we had our own source of electricity, and that our line runs directly to our property as opposed to sharing the lines with other people. So we're gonna show you what that looks like. Check it out. Okay, so from there, we had to put up a new pole here. Pole goes all the way up to here. Let me show you the new pole inside the property. It's actually under this tree here, and then this is the pole we put in the property, and then it's connected to the internet here. So this is the new house the way it's set up. So if you want to see, basically the rooftop is available for seating, but there's still a lot of work to do. There's still like leaks and stuff, so that needs to be fixed. All right, guys, so we're back at the property, and there's a lot of updates to give you. There's a lot of updates to give. So first things first is the electricity. So we had the electrician come in. He's working in parts, but he started one of the main pieces, which is connecting to EDSA, which is the local internet company. So you can see this pole here. So they added this pole on site. It is kind of an eyesore and it's in the middle of the space, but you need something on site to be able to bring it in. And so he set it up with a 4-way cable line. So the internet service, the electric service will be strong enough to be able to fully connect and take care of all the appliances that we have. So we have this one, and then we have the pole over there, and then that goes out to the main street. So originally we were gonna connect to other poles, but we just thought we should do our own pole and have the pole connect to the main street by itself so that we don't have to deal with other people's cords and all that kind of stuff. So we have our own setup on the property here, and then it goes right down directly into the house. So let me show you here. So they brought it down into the house. So these are the cords here that connect to the internet. And then you can see this is where the veranda is going to be. So this has to be taken down. We have to break a little bit into the pambodi and move it. And then the veranda is going to stick out to right here. So what you're seeing here is an electrical outlet. So if I'm sitting out on the veranda, I'll be able to use the electrical outlet. Okay, so that was the electrical. So you got a chance to see that. Next, we're gonna take you inside the house before the veranda was built. So you get a chance to see the inside of the house, where we are at that point in time. We haven't even set up all the electric stuff yet. So you get a chance to kind of see where we were up to that point. So most of the mastic had been done, the outlets have been put in, the light bulbs have been put in, or at least the area for light bulbs have been put in. There's still a ton of work to do, but you guys will get a chance to see what that looked like. So check it out for the house. Okay, so now I'm gonna take you in the house. We're gonna go inside. Like I mentioned before in the other video, this is where the veranda is gonna be. So right now you can see it's gonna be elevated a little bit off the ground. But because we had this stuff in the way, we haven't built the veranda yet. So we're gonna have to walk up this little slope and walk into the door for the veranda so we can go inside. So come on, let's go. All right, so a lot has changed since the last time we were here. They've done the mastic and they've painted, and now you can see the light switches are here. So the light switches are on the wall. You have the outlets on the ground here. So the outlets are all here, which is great. And you have light fixtures here, and you have a light fixture in the ceiling. So there's gonna be plenty of light in here. Let's look in here and look at the closet. So this place is really dusty because there's no doors on it. So the wind just comes in here and the dirt comes in. But, and there's like spider webs and everything. But this is the shower, the bathroom. You can see the sink and everything has stuff all over it because basically there's no doors on it. So the dust all gets in here. But tiles have been done. So tiles are done. The floor tiles are also done. You can see the floor tiles have been done. So let's go into the living room, dining room, and kitchen area. This is the main circuit breaker box up here. I don't know if you guys remember, but this wall had to be all restructured and fixed in order to be able to get a new circuit breaker, because this now has to be able to affect 3 ACs. The way the original electrician did it, he only had it set up for 2 air conditionings. So they had to widen it and open it up. And so now you have a box big enough that can support all electricity in the house. And so what you'll see here, let's go over here. This is a setup for the air conditioner. So usually put the air conditioner above a window. So this will be the connection to the air conditioner, which will go right here. And so the air conditioner will go here. But you can see the tiles are done, the walls are painted. It's a lot brighter in here. Even though the last time I was here was a brighter day. And you can see these windows are tinted for sunlight. So you see how much sunlight comes in once you open these, and it's actually raining today. So it's not as bright as it normally is, but this will have a lot of light in here. You have light from this side, you have light from that side, and then there's sunlight coming in through this side. And this side's gonna be a little bit darker because it's next to the wall, next to the fence. So it's gonna be a little bit darker here. But same thing here. Spider webs everywhere. But the walls have been painted, the bathroom has been set up, all of the light switches have been put on, the light fixtures are in the ceiling. So all that's been done now. So all we have to do is put a closet in here, do small like little fixtures, and then this will be inhabitable. So we're going right up into the house. Light switch here. The outlet are here. The outlets are there. The light on the wall. There's a light on the ceiling. There's a light over there. And then the AC is gonna go there. So you see it's nice and bright on this side of the house. So this is the main first bedroom when you walk in. And then that's where the closet for the main bedroom is going to be. And then here's the bathroom, right? So again, it's dusty, as you can see. Toilet is dusty as can be. And the shower is as well. That's the shower, but that's the bathroom. Closet. Okay, we're gonna go back into the main room. So that's the kitchen. So the kitchen sink is here. Kitchen window. That's the circuit breaker. That's one light switch. That's another light. There's another light up there. There's another light there. The light switches are there. There's an outlet here. There's an outlet there. There's an outlet there. Oh, wait. Oh, they put the outlet there. So they only put the two outlets here and there. There was supposed to be one on that wall, but I guess they couldn't do one. So that's the full, when you walk in, when you walk in from here, this is gonna be the living room area. There's not really much of a dining room area because it's small, and this is the kitchen area. So the kitchen area is right here. And then if you go in this way, this is the second bedroom back here. So this is the second bedroom. It's a little bit dark, but you see the light switches here. You have a light switch there and a light there. So there's plenty of light in here. AC will go there. There's a switch for the AC there. And then here, the main switch for the room. It's also set up with plenty of outlets. So you have the outlets here. You have outlets over here. And then you have outlet down here. So there's plenty of outlets to be able to use the internet or to use just to use power, period, in general, once the power is set up. So that's the second bedroom. That's kind of the whole second bedroom there. You can see that. There's gonna be a closet that goes here. Let's get a better look at it. So before you go into the second bedroom, there's gonna be a closet that goes here. And there's gonna be a door that goes here, right? But the door, this is kind of a hallway, but I think we wanna put a door here so that the bedroom door can be closed and then the bathroom door can be closed. And then that way you have kind of a separate, almost a separate space where you can have your own space in there and you be separate. But that's also the guest bathroom because you can close the door and someone can go use the guest bathroom without walking into the bedroom, unlike in the other bedroom. So this is gonna be the guest bathroom. So the guest bath has the same setup. Sink is set up, tiles are done. See, the tiles are done. They need to finish painting up here. They haven't painted this yet. And then here's the shower and here's the toilet. So the place is really tight. But there is gonna be a bidet. So we have that set up. Yeah. So that's the tour of the inside of the house. You've seen it. So that's everything for now. We'll catch you up as we get more updates. Okay, cool. So that was the first site visit. So you got a chance to see kind of where we were at that point in time before the veranda. Now, on to the next. All right, so next we had some work to do to get the veranda up and running. The first thing that we had to do is my caretaker lives in what we call a pambodi. It's a pan body, I guess, and it's made of pans. And they had an outdoor kitchen that they used, a kind of little space that they used to cook food in. Well, that was in the way of the veranda where the veranda was supposed to go. So that needed to be torn down and rebuilt elsewhere. So that's what you're gonna see now. So check that out. All right, cool. So that was the veranda being built, moved, and all of the above. So you got a chance to see that. On to the next. All right, next we're gonna take you to my next site visit. And now we're gonna see the partially done veranda. So before cementing had been put on top, there's just kind of blocks and rocks there. I'm gonna take you to the site, and I'm actually going there with my nephews and my cousins. We went to the site. You get a chance to see them in a second, but they held the camera while I talk you through everything that was going on to that point. So you guys get an update where we are with the partially built veranda and the new kitchen setup, where it is and how it's set up. So check it out. All right, guys, so we're back at the property, and today I actually have a couple of special guests. If they want to be on camera, we'll add them. We have Noah and Aiden here, my cousins, second cousins, my cousins' children, and they're holding the camera. Right now, it's Noah holding the camera. Aiden's gonna hold it for a second. So we're back at the site, and since I last was here, one of the major changes is the veranda is being built. So this is gonna be an outdoor space where we can sit and whatever, enjoy the weather, work. You see there's an outlet here, so I'll be able to work from out here, and it'll just give me an outdoor space so that I'm not stuck inside the house all day. So we're in the process of building this right now. It should be done within the next week or so, and once that's done, that'll solve some of the challenges that we're having inside. I'll tell you about the challenges in a second. All right, so there was a really big lesson that I learned. It's rainy season right now, and one of the lessons that I learned was you cannot have a window unprotected like this, or a door unprotected. So that window actually has windows in it, but that door only has a door guard. There's no actual door there. So one of the biggest issues we're having is when the rain was coming in here, and it was actually leaking inside. And so that meant that we had to quickly finish the veranda, which there was a lot that had to go along with it. So there's a kitchen, like a kind of an outdoor kitchen that used to be right here. We had to break it down, and then we had to move it over here, and I'll show you that in a second, but we had to break down the kitchen, move it there so that we could actually move out the veranda. So there was some additional work, which is delaying the completion of this, but we needed to get that done before the rainy season was over so that we didn't end up with any issues. So we're gonna walk this way. Okay, cool. So this here is the outdoor kitchen. So this actually used to sit right there where we just were. They moved it here. And so we had to basically tear it down, rebuild, and then start the veranda. So that's all been happening this week, and that's where we are now. So this veranda will be done. Next time I come back, the veranda will be finished. There'll be covering over top of it, and you guys will get a chance to see what the finished product looks like. So that's it for now, guys. See you on the next video. All right, so let me introduce you to my nephews, Aiden and Noah. They're really big watchers of YouTube. Sometimes they watch my content, not really that much, but they sometimes watch my content. They wanted to hold the camera and be a part of this YouTube process. I allowed them to help out. So they are going to introduce themselves now. So you get a chance to see them. Check it out.
Hello, my name is Aiden.
Hi, my name's Noah.
And you guys were what today? What did you guys do today?
We were recording.
That was a phone.
The phone. We were recording for the video. Oh yeah, I'm 12 actually.
I'm turning 10 in June 9th.
Bye.
Perfect. All right, so that was Aiden and Noah. By the way, if you guys are finding any of this helpful, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Also, let us know in the comments if you have any questions about anything you're seeing so far. Happy to answer any of your questions. All right, on to the next. All right, next I'm gonna take you to the finishing of the veranda, at least just the outer workings and the shell of the veranda. So much work still needs to be done, but you can see how they cement everything and how they lay everything down. My contractor had sent me this video. I wasn't there for this, but I wanna share that with you guys so you see what that process looks like. So check it out. All right, here you see the process in which they start to put together what ends up becoming the veranda. So there's a ton of rocks in it that kind of has the filling. They have bricks and blocks, and they use wood to kind of shape everything. And so what they're doing is they're mixing cement. They're using sand and cement and water to mix the cement, and then they're kind of just placing it properly on top of here to make a flat landing to stand on. It takes a lot of work. It's all done by hand. In the US, this is done in a machine and they kind of pour it and they had to like slab it on top. This is all done by hand, and it takes a lot of meticulous work to make sure that this is done properly. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this done before, but these workers are very, very good at what they do. So here's what he's doing. He's basically just making sure that it's all even. He's evening it out across everywhere. So while he does that, the other worker, you see, just brings in more cement, right? So he goes and mixes the cement, brings it over, pours it on, and then the other guy works to actually put it in place to make sure it's all flat and the surface is ready to be stood on. So that's what the process looks like to build the veranda. Now, this is what the final product looks like. So after he's done all the work to actually put it all together, it's flat, it looks good. Now, this has to dry. It takes a little while to dry, but once it's dry, it's perfectly ready to stand on and to utilize. Now, this is the new kitchen. So they had broken down the old kitchen and moved the kitchen over here. And then what they're doing now is just finalizing and cementing it so that it can be utilized for long-term use. Okay, cool. So that was the finishing of the veranda, getting all of that set up and making sure that it's ready to go. So on to the next. All right, so next we have the last site visit. And on this one, there's some audio and then I have to do some voiceover because unfortunately the mic died in the middle of us recording. And so we couldn't get most of it. But basically, here's what you're going to get, the gist of it. One, we have to talk about finishing the veranda, putting an outline around it like a glass encasing to make it look nice, which you'll see on this video. We also need to work on putting a place for the hot water heater because the hot water heater is actually going to go outside. And then we also need to work on some of the other things, putting the doors on, finishing up EDSA electricity connectivity, but you'll at least get a chance to see that the meter has been installed. So the meter has been installed, but one thing that hasn't been done is the connecting of the electricity. Once the electricity is connected and there's light on site, then my contractor can actually put the doors on. And then once the door's on, they can finish painting and we can actually put together a wardrobe and put the wardrobes in. So there's a number of different steps that have to happen, but at least we are in progress right now. So you know what? Check it out. All right, so we're back at the site now. We're here with Paul. Paul's the contractor, so he's gonna walk us through the situation as it stands today. But as you can see, the veranda is done. The last time we were here, we were looking at basically just the structure down here, but the pillars have been put up. All right, so let's go. Paul is here. So you have some things you want to explain to me, right?
Okay. Now we have created the veranda.
Yep.
Because we need to make it good.
Yeah.
Because it's just the structure.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to do some plastering, make this area look good.
Yep.
Up the top, just this down area, all those plastering needs to be done.
Okay.
And then I don't know if you want to fix the veranda now. We can also do that veranda.
Like a gate around it. Yeah, and outside. Yeah, you're not supposed to walk out from here to fall over. Yeah, I think we can consider all of that. I guess I just need the budget for that.
Yeah, because you see the plastering starts.
Yeah, I get it. So I just need the budget for the plastering of this, and then you mentioned tiling.
Yeah, I think so. Also, this area
should be tiled. All right, sounds good. So now to go inside, right?
Yes.
So this is the provision for the water heater.
We install the water heater here.
Okay, the water heater will go here.
This is the current that comes out. There also needs to be a feed here. But because we are not ready for this area yet, that's why we left it out.
Okay, I understand. All right, so Paul just went through and explained everything that had to be done. Now what he's explaining is that these doors need to be sanded and actually finalized and finished, right? So they haven't been done as of yet. So my caretaker is gonna take the camera and he's gonna hold on to it. So here's the situation. We have no power on the property. So until we have power, he's not gonna be able to actually sand these doors. And so that's the next phase in the process. But once he does that, we'll have the doors placed on. So now what he's walking through is showing all the different doorways that are going to eventually have doors. And then what he does next is actually shows that the doors are on the property. So the front door is there and some of the room doors are all there now. And so he's just walking us through what needs to be done when in fact we do have power. So unfortunately, because we don't have power, the doors have to wait right now. Then what he's showing is that all of this needs to be cleaned, and once the doors are actually on and the painting is done, he cleans the floor and then moves on out. That'll be the last stage of everything that needs to be done before he leaves the property. So I'm just saying, okay, well, I'm looking forward to that because that's really what I'm looking for. Now, what I was explaining here is just the last couple of steps that need to be done, right? The doors need to be added, painting needs to be done, and the electricity needs to be connected. So that was and then light bulbs need to be purchased so that they can check to see if there's light and that everything is working. Each of the outlets will also have to be tested. So he'll have to put testers in each of the outlets. Right now he's talking about the light bulbs, but he'll have to put testers in each of the outlets to make sure it works. Now I kept having issues with the gimbal, so I kept coming back and making corrections. But basically what he's saying is that each of the light bulbs will need to be entered. We have to put each of the light bulbs will need to be installed to make sure that we see that each light works. And then what he does is he's gonna take us out and he's gonna show us EDSA. So now the EDSA machine, or the EDSA meter has been installed. EDSA is our local electricity service. So basically what he's saying is, what happened was the person who installed the EDSA machine, what he did not have was what was a positive or negative charge. Usually each of the two cables are delineated and it says this is a positive charge, this is a negative charge, so that when they connect everything, it all works and it's all good. Unfortunately, that wasn't done. And when he came back to the site, there was no power coming to the area. So he kind of wasted a trip and had to go back. So now the electrician has to come back when there is actually light. Then he has to check to see the positive and the negative charge, connect those. Once that's connected, we then pay EDSA to ensure that we have electricity. Once we have the electricity, we then can power the power tools to be able to install the doors. I know it's a lot of processes and a lot of challenges, but this is the life of building a house in Sierra Leone, unfortunately. Again, I was having issues with the gimbal, came back to try to figure it out and fix it. So what we do now is we're gonna go back to the last discussion where we go back into the house again, and he just walks us through really everything. So he's saying the floors need to be redone and cleaned. The floors don't need to be redone, sorry. The floors just need to be cleaned. He's gonna paint all the walls, but all of that has to happen after we work through everything else. Then the next question was gonna be about solar. So we'll talk about solar in a moment, but that's something that we really needed to figure out. And it took a little while to figure it out, but we finally got there. Now what you're seeing here is the water damage. You're saying all the water was coming in through these windows, and that was the water damage. And so now what we're looking at is just spider webs and spiders. And he's just saying, look, because there's windows open and there's doors open, you're gonna have spiders. I'm actually wiping off a spider web off of my arm. But there was a lot of water damage. You saw that briefly there. And that's really what caused many of the issues that we had to hurry up and build the veranda to stop the water damage. So unfortunately, the veranda was supposed to be last, and all of this other stuff inside the house should have been done, but we had to end up doing the veranda at this point in time so that we could finish the rest of the stuff. It was actually really damaging everything, and if we hadn't done it, we would have been in a really bad situation moving forward in terms of the painting and everything else. So with that, guys, that's everything that has to do with what the house, what needs to be done on the house. So yeah, moving on to the next. Okay, so the issue is those two cables there are two blacks, so we don't know which one's positive and which one's negative, and because there was no light, there was no way to be able to determine it. So he has to come back and check when there's actually power to this area so he could determine what's working so that we could set it up properly. Okay, so that's the...
Pinball is easy to...
These are the doors are here. ready to be installed. We need power to install them. Power switches are all there.
And these are skippers. When there's a malfunction with the current, one of these we just kick off.
Yep, and then you just flip it back.
And then come back and then check and put it on. It's a unique type.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
There's a trigger in the house, vertical, and it just go off.
So I'm also meeting with Herman's guy, Chidu, about solar.
Okay.
So Chidu's gonna come and he's going to like look at the place to outfit it for solar. So I think I wanna have them come and maybe potentially install.
But the problem I think they will face now is that where are they going to put the panels?
On top of the palm body? Yeah, they can put the panels on top of the palm body. Because this is solid, they can put the panels up there.
Yeah.
And those panels can power here.
Yeah, and you also can enjoy one ball.
Yeah, because there's plenty of space there to just put it on top of the palm body. So that's where we'll put the panels. The solar panels will go up there. That'll power the guest house and the palm body. I think we'll be fine for now. All right, cool. So that, guys, is the process. That's what it looks like. That is where we are today. Next time I come back, the veranda will be done, wardrobes will be in. Hopefully we'll get started on the painting. You guys will get a chance to see what almost a finished product looks like. Right now, I am staying in a temporary housing situation with a good friend of mine. Hopefully within the next month or so. From when you see this video, maybe by the time you see this video, I will have moved in to the guest house on my property. I'm so grateful for the work that my contractor has done. I've had to be patient because nothing happens at the speed in which you'd like it to. The world moves the way the world moves, but we're here now. We've made some serious progress. If you remember when I went and purchased the land back in 2018, and we've now gotten to a place where there's an inhabitable space that I can move into. It's been a long time coming and I'm really excited about it. So guys, if you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up. If you know anybody who's planning to visit or move to Sierra Leone and wants to buy property, send this to them. And then of course, if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the platform, on all platforms. Subscribe, follow on all platforms. And then lastly, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. And with that, guys, thanks for watching. See you all in the next video. All right, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, comment, and share it with your friends. All right, see you on the next video.